Hello, beloveds. How are you today? I hope today is a wonderful, dynamic day for you. Um, I have already uh, shuffled, and the card for the day is Face Your Fears. Face your fears. Farewell to fear phantoms. Farewell to fear phantoms. This card looks coarse. It looks, I wouldn't say coarse, I'll say rigid and smooth. Like the outsides of a thing are smooth, marbleized, calloused even. But inward is raw, is rigid, is sharp, it's piercing, deep, cathartic. Face your fears. Farewell to fear phantoms. I'm not surprised that this card came up. I was doing a little inward self-talk to myself yesterday about facing fears. And well, I don't know about anybody else, but I have conversation with myself. Y'all call it whatever you want to call it. But I have conversations with myself, okay? Some of y'all drink water and mind your business. I drink water and get to my business. So, I was asking myself if there was anywhere that you wanted to go that you could go, where would you go? And I couldn't think of a single physical location, a place on a map. The place that I thought of was the place I want to go to is the place where my fear resides. Where in me, because it's in me. It's not a place in the world. It's a place within myself. And fear lives there. And I want to eradicate it. I know fear is good, but it's a tool to I don't even want to say enhance, but it is a tool that helps you resonate. But fear can be helpful, but it's not helpful for me. It's not a it's not helpful for me. It's something um, that weights me down, and it's crippling, it's paralyzing, and I need to seize control, complete control, not temporary, control, not I need to eradicate it, abolish it, the fear. So many of the things that I've learned in life, I've learned it from fear, fear, fear. Fear of pain, fear of anxiety, fear of anger, fear of hatred, fear of violence. Wow. Feel fear of retribution, fear of vengeance, fear of vindication, fear of pain, fear of love, fear of visibility, fear of acknowledgement. So many things that I have encountered, that I have come across, that I allowed fear to capture, to seize, to remove. And I'm just so tired of it. I'm just so tired of being overwhelmed by it. And I feel like there's something I need to do that I haven't done to to conquer it, because it has managed to shackle. It has managed to stifle action. So that would be the place that I would want to visit. That place where fear resides. Why it has been, why has the world, well, I know why, to control, to keep us weak and wanting and dependent. And there's so many of us who are stuck in it. We've believed for so long one way. And it's not the way. We like to think that our way is the way, the only way. And it's just not so. Okay. Face your fears. 111. Farewell to fear phantoms. Okay, so now you can stop with that. Face your fears. Farewell to fear phantoms. Enter the lion's jungle. Don't think about getting hurt. Fearful thoughts are simply phantoms of the mind. No one is harmed in this jungle. Everything is compassion and love. Your fear is what holds you back like a bar behind the door. You are in the presence of divine kindness and generosity. Allow it to lift you beyond ordinary consciousness. Open your heart to the gift of faith and trust in divine protection. When you become aware of the presence of the divine joy giver within you, you awaken to the spiritual power that is already embedded in your nature and recognize that you have been created for joy that can lift you beyond your limitations. If the world seems like an unfriendly place to you, it may be that you are lost in mundane details. Indeed. Accept that pain and struggle are a part of life in the same way that pleasure and joy are. By doing so, you will lessen the tension of fear and the impact of its force upon you. It is your fear that makes phantoms in your mind. Love is a creative power, and you are here to live that truth and experience it in its fullness. Dear one, begin to relax in the assurance that only pure love can give. Feel the divine presence of love in your heart for everything and everyone around you. By doing that, you will cause fear to disappear into the sweetness of surrender. Once you feel this connection, you will begin to realize that it is love that has awakened you. The outer sensations diminish, and you experience the sweetness of bliss and the peace of the divine protection. Remove the ideas of failure from your thoughts. Allow the power and courage of love to help you face whatever happens. Yeah. What is it, the saying? Fear is false evidence appearing real. False evidence appearing real. And reading this, it sounds so simple and clear and to the point and easy. And that you are lost in mundane details, the everyday little. Accept that pain and struggle are a part of life in the same way that pleasure and joy are. The usage of mundane details. Mundane and pain. That's wishy-washy. That's mundane details. The mundane details of everyday life is that it's painful. Is that there's tragedy, death, and trauma daily, around the clock, all the time. And it's so common and desensitized that it's alarming. It's shocking. And we already know that our media, our intel, our news, anything traveling on the sound waves, that a majority of it, not all of it, but a great majority of it is controlled. And it's controlled because of fear. It wants to promote fear, to keep people controlled, to keep people stunted, stale, and stabilized for their agendas. The systematic crumbling of our makeup, of our essence, of our minds, of our bodies, of our beings. And to call it mundane detail. I mean, that's me. I'm that deep. I can't help that. And I feel like if not if, but we're here purposely. We're here intentionally. None of it is by accident. And it's saddening and scary, the depths of man's corruption, the greed, the evil. Yet and still, in all of this and in all of that, we have to go higher. And going higher is good. Going higher is nice. But what do you do when you get higher? I mean, it's not enough to just go higher. It's not enough to go higher. You got to bring some people with you, or show them how to get higher. And people start out with good intentions, but it doesn't last. There's something that they acquire that changes the purity of what their original intent, and they get stuck and become greedy and want to capitalize on the thing, whatever the thing is, whatever that power or that bliss or that whatever that thing is, that's like they become addicted to and can't get enough and have to monopolize on it. Yeah. But anyway, trying not to go left or right. I'm just trying to stay aligned. Get aligned and stay aligned. And face your fears, honeys. Whatever that fear is, that's what I'm working on. Going to that place, that's the place that I desire to go to. The place where my fear hides. Because I see you. And I'm coming after you. Do you hear me? Fear. I have had enough of you. So, that's our Sufi wisdom oracle for the day. Face your fears. Farewell to fear phantoms. False evidence appearing real. I love you to life, and I'll see you in the future.